This is the absolutely incredible Azores Islands, Sao Miguel. Hi there, good afternoon. Today is Monday, September 8th, 2025. Currently 72 degrees Fahrenheit, that is 22 degrees Celsius. It is pleasantly warm-ish. A cloudy day here in Ponta Delgada, the capital and largest city of the Azores. An island archipelago of 9 different islands here in the Atlantic Ocean, part of Portugal. I arrived a couple of days ago, am staying at a hostel that is very close to the main square and the cathedral here. I showed more of the main city of Ponta Delgada here in another video, and so the plan for today is to get out of town and go see more of this very lovely and unique looking island. First mission is to get a car, so I just stopped into a car rental place nearby, but they said that I need to get over to the airport. I didn't actually pay for the car or sign the contract yet. I was hoping to get something right here and not have to go out to the airport, which is only 10 minutes away and a 10 euro taxi ride, so not a big deal. But there is an Avis rent-a-car right down here, and so I'm going to stop by there. There we go, taxi service. But I will just look for one right along this main road along the water here if I end up needing one. But first, let's check the Avis, since I'm not locked into this other rental car company at this point, and see if there might be something ready to go right now from here. So they are charging 150 euros for 2 days. That is $176 US, so pretty expensive. I'm considering, if I do go out to the airport, to not go straight to their office, but instead go to the area in the airport with all the rental car companies and see if there's a cheaper option. So this day is just getting started, and fortunately not looking like rain at this point, trending towards sunshine it seems. We can hope, because this is a place to explore, hike, find waterfalls, go to the beaches, be outside and experience nature. So let's see what we can see today. So here is the car, and here is the airport, Aeroporto João Paulo II, which I flew into 2 days ago. So I decided to prioritize time over money, and instead of going to the airport and going to the rental car desks there and asking around and starting the whole process over again, to instead just head for the place that the people who I talked to previously had said I could pick up the car because it was all set up. I just hadn't paid for it yet. And get going instead of spending time dealing with that. So 150 euros, 75 euros per day, or about $86, $87, something like that. So Sao Miguel Island is big or small depending on what you compare it to, but fairly small. So to go from one far end in the west to the far end in the east will take you about an hour and 20 minutes. And so you can tour around the island in a day, but it is pretty packed with things to see. So you can also spend a week here easily. And so I have one destination that I am heading for first. It is about a 20-minute drive away, so let's get going and go see more of amazing Sao Miguel Island, Azores. Mosteiros, whatever that is, Sete Cidades, Pico de Carvo. So we have 18 minutes to go to a viewpoint. That should be very spectacular. Pretty landscapes here, lots of green. So what is Pico do Carvo? Am I missing something amazing? If so, I'm sure that we will see other things that are amazing. So it is a manual. Got my phone all set up here. And so it is definitely a kind of variable weather island, as many islands are, although in contrast to the Greek islands, which are pretty reliably sunny, like almost 98% sunny in the summertime at least, then it is almost always clear skies. Here, it is definitely more variable. I watched some of the videos by Paddy Doyle, another YouTuber who was here a few months ago, and he got rained out a couple of days. So I have been pretty lucky so far with the weather. But you can see, you know, clouds. This morning it was more cloudy, and I think had rained a little bit in the morning. So just have to be prepared for that. Bring a rain jacket and be ready to spend a day in your room or in a cafe or something if it is too wet. We got lots of cows. Very pleasant countryside out here. Lots of flowers. But from what I have seen, it has very varied landscapes, so it isn't all going to look like this. And it is getting prettier. So lush, and yet so different from Hawaii and other tropical islands. Very different foliage. Tons of these big flower bushes. And as you can see now, not exactly mountains, but some good-sized hills. I'm really quite blown away by the natural beauty here. It is just phenomenal. You don't get the sense just being in Ponta Delgada, the city where I've been the past 2.5 days. Okay, gear shifting left-handed. I'm fairly experienced at it. But these trees and plants are just so unique. Look at the monumental size of these bushes. And the green is just otherworldly. Okay, we are about to get a view. We aren't at the viewpoint yet that I'm headed for, but whoa! Oh my god, that is unreal. I saw it. Let's pull over. Let's just right here. Okay, are you ready for a truly unreal one-of-a-kind view. Holy moly. So, this is a volcanic island, and here we are staring out at the volcanic crater. Boom. Look at that. Unbelievable. So I mentioned Paddy Doyle and his videos in which I'm pretty sure he was hiking along here. I'm not sure where that was, but one of the signs was saying Sete Cidades. That is Sete Cidades, that town right there. And so the viewpoint that I had plugged in is a little bit further down that way, just like 5 minutes or something. And then out there you can see the sea. So this ring of the volcano, and then the sea just right beyond it, and then just absolutely just covered in green and these beautiful flowers. Look at that thing. And different ones, probably more colorful at a different time of year. Wow, the forests are just sprawling everywhere. Look at those steep slopes. The various shades of green. Man, good thing I got out of Ponta Delgada. Oh man, it's just unreal. All right, let's go see some more. Another view of the volcanic crater. And I guess that up there must be the viewpoint that I had plugged into Google. Looks like it's a viewing platform. A little bit chilly up here. Miradoro Vista do Rey. So plug that into Google to get up here. Strange building. It looks like it is something abandoned. This might be what the guys on the flight from Boston had told me about. They told me about this big abandoned building. Yeah, because it's clearly not in use, but people up there. So I guess you can get inside. It says private property, but they're not really enforcing it. And so here we have some of the names of the various places. I guess we are at 580 meters here. That would be about 2,000 feet. Caldera do Alferes, Povoado das Sete Cidades. So Lagoa Verde, green lake, Lagoa Azul, blue lake. Pico do Carvo. Another viewpoint, it looks like. Okay, let's try to get up there. So there's a trail going up here. Let's give this a try. Seems like this must be the way. Okay. into the jungle. Really, really cool. Or is this a false promise? Okay, maybe this way. Huh. Looks like it might require some scurrying. That worked, and check it out. This place is really abandoned and ruined. Don't feel like walking inside there. Wild. So, what the heck was it? I guess a resort. And what is the story? What happened here? Holy moly. Tons of flies. Creepy as heck. Okay, where are stairs getting up to the top? What's with all the tile? White tile. Oh, I hear footsteps. I guess this might be the stairs. Yes. Hello. Okay, I need my flashlight. All right, nice and dry here at least. Galiza Caladade, and I am seeing light. Let there be light. Whoa. Holy moly, look at this place. Oh my god, we got a number of floors still to go to get to the top. Brabant Koot, what the heck is that? Mango. Alright, let's keep on keeping on. Yeah, this is definitely the place that the guys were telling me about. So on the flight from Boston to here, hello, I sat next to two guys from Rhode Island who were American Azorean, had family on the Azores. Okay, we are there. And so they told me about this place. But I'd forgotten about it. So just kind of random that we found it. All right. Check it out. The Atlantic Ocean. And the blue and green lakes, and sprinkling on me now. All right, well, this adventure is definitely going very well. I'm still unsure what exactly this place is. It definitely doesn't feel like a typical hotel. I guess a resort. All right. That was amazing. Let's hit the road, keep on cruising. And so from here, I think that it is going to be a short hike to a lake. All right, where are we? You are here. Okay, so from here it is a hike down to a viewpoint there, and then you have all these lakes here. Lagoa da Egua, Lagoa Rasa, Lagoa do Carvão, Lagoa das Empadadas. Aqueducto. I had seen that on the map. Definitely want to see that. It is just up the road a little bit. Look at that. So beautiful, and as you can see, it is sprinkling harder. It looks very shallow and muddy. I'm sure swimming is banned anyway. So it was looking a lot sunnier over on the other side towards that town. Let's take a quick look at the aqueduct and the other lakes that it looks like you can see from the road, and then make some progress down into the volcanic crater. A random little shack. Whatever that is, I can hear water flowing. I wonder if it's some sort of a water meter or something like that. And here is the old aqueduct. Very overgrown with moss and plants. Wow, a lot of cows up on the top of that hill. Now you can see the arches. And if we had a better view out there, you would see that it is definitely looking sunnier that direction. Okay, we got mud, so not going to bother trying to hike up there. But pretty cool aqueduct. And so we're now looking out at the ocean, the Atlantic, and not the lake. And so for anyone who thinks that I am mispronouncing the Azores, you are correct. I am. It is not the Azores. It is not the Azores. It is very different, actually, pronouncing it in Portuguese. It is more like Azores, which is also going to be incorrect. The Portuguese pronunciation is very different, even though they use the same alphabet. Okay, I'm not sure if I have arrived. Ooh, we have more of the aqueduct and a more spectacular section of it. And there are more lakes just over there. It's amazing how much you can see here with very short drives and hikes. And of course, also you can do much bigger hikes. All right, let's go check out the lakes. There we go. Delayed reaction. They're talking now. So I'm not seeing where we are on this map. Maybe right there at that parking place. And then you have all these lakes here, which I believe are right out here. But that barely looks like a lake there. It's just kind of a puddle. Let's take a closer look and hope it doesn't start pouring down rain. I left my backpack in the car for now. This island seems very safe. Maybe a tiny bit of crime in Ponta Delgada, but overall seems like a very safe place. Definitely very volcanic looking rock. I guess the other lakes must be other side of the little saddle there, because this one here doesn't even really seem to be a lake, and it's just one. So I'm not sure if that is considered one of the lakes there, but it looks very, very shallow. So there should be quite a view of some lakes up and over this hill here. Very interesting landscapes here. And I haven't seen another person on this hike. So is there going to be a lake here? Crazy looking hill, but no lake there. Where are all the lakes? Okay, now I'm wishing I'd brought my backpack because I'm overheating. It was a mistake to change shirts and left my sunglasses. Okay. We should get a view. Or not. There's a gate in the way. Where the heck are these lakes? Trail going down there. Trail going up there. And then, can I go through? It doesn't say no trespassing. Okay. I'm a little confused about these lakes. I thought they were much closer to the road. So what the heck am I missing? Where did the lakes go? Out there is the parking lot. I've hiked quite a ways, at least a kilometer, maybe a mile. And then it's all hills where lakes couldn't be. And then there a plane taking off. And the ocean out there. Huh. Maybe I just hiked in the complete wrong direction because I thought they were right off the road. So anyway, going to turn it around and get back to the car. But still a very, very pretty hike here. And it looks like we're going to get another epic view from the other side of the crater. Here we go. Yes. Oh man. Holy crap, look at that. Going down into the crater, and it's getting a bit more tropical looking. is just so lush. Almost down to the bottom. So happy that the sun came out for the lake experience. And here is that bridge or roadway separating the two lakes, I guess. Not sure if these are two different lakes or the same one. Here we are in Sete Cidades. A very cute little town. Wow, interesting building there. Not too much going on here. Must be a restaurant or two. Very cute. All right, we got some signs up ahead. Centro. Okay, so we aren't in the center of the town yet. Let's find it and see what's there. As I was saying, not that many people. I mean, it is still basically summer, kind of outside of the high season now, middle season I would say, but still, you would kind of expect this little town to have lots of people walking around, but just so quiet. Okay, well I think that I will just keep on cruising through. We got the lakes here. You could, of course, go have a picnic and... Okay, is this a roundabout? Which way am I supposed to go? Parking. Maybe that's parking by the lake, it looks like. So, you could certainly spend an afternoon here. Go to the lakes. Probably you can swim. But let's keep cruising. Okay, let's stop here. Take a look at the church there. The parish church, built in 1857. This neo-Gothic church was built in the 19th century, becoming the seat of the parish in the 20th century. It was built under the order of Nicolau Maria Raposo Amaral. Perfect timing, the bells. So what time is it? I think 5. There you go, 5 o'clock.
Der andere. Nee, der hier, der Jungste.
Und dann gibt es hier noch den, guck mal, der
So we're climbing back out of the crater. It is a very short drive to the ocean. And then I will wrap around a different way going back to Ponta Delgada along the edge of the island by the ocean. So now, looking back into the crater from yet a different angle. And I bet we'll see the sea, or the ocean. Boom, right there. Whoa. Oh man. The views around here are just absolutely some of the best. They're so different from anywhere else. Everything about it, the terrain, the flora, and coming into Varzea. So to the left, Ponta Delgada, but I'm going to continue to the right. And there's something else to see, about a 10-minute drive down the road here. So we're heading down towards a seaside town, or oceanside rather. I think it's Mosteiros, with some very interesting rocks in the water and dramatic looking coastline and very lovely homes along the way. See, look at those rocks. Intense. And the town, Mosteiros. People like to park like that right in the road. I guess it's part of the laid-back culture here. The main square looks like. Super cute.
Continue on Rua dos Pensos for 800 meters.
Seaside vibes. So we are at the Piscinas Naturalis, the natural pools. Look at these rocky landscapes, intense. Looks like there is one of the pools there. And looks like barbecue pits here. And lots of people swimming over here. Very, very cool. I brought my swimsuit, but not gonna swim today. Not in the mood to get all salty, and it just isn't all that warm. A little warmer now with the sun out. So I'm not sure what there is as far as beaches, but I'm definitely getting the impression that it is not famous for its beaches, and that very well may be why it is not more popular. People want a good beach. Not necessarily a lava rock swimming spot, even though it is very unique. Whoa, look at that. Intense. So look at this pool here. The water is just crystal clear. These other ones are more churned up, but the water doesn't splash into this one as much. It just kind of dumps in at that end, and then a true pool here. This is just so unique. I mean, that is definitely the real deal, totally natural. I would love to come back here earlier in the day, take a swim. Not sure if that will happen this time though, because I will probably make use of tomorrow to explore another side of the island. So I guess that is an Azorean beach. Not the most comfortable looking. Not sure if there are any sandy beaches on the island. I am going to turn it around and head back to Ponta Delgada now, along the coast. It is a 50-minute drive, so almost an hour. And so I'll get a better view of the coastline and see if there are any beaches along the way. I think there are some rocky beaches, like pebbly. So hopefully I will find out a little more about the beach scene tomorrow, which will likely be my last day. All right, let's get cruising. So the natural pools are right there, and here you go. A pebbly black sand, it looks like beach.